Well, welcome back, folks, out here in the shop again. Tackling this project we got here in front of us, 5.5, the GX160, the Honda engine. And if you recall from the last videos, this is the engine that's powering the go-kart project, and you can see it over here. We're basically at the stage where we're doing some odds and ends, cleaning up a few pieces, grinding off old stuff, fixing odds and ends. And yeah, you can see the engine sat right here. So that's the engine project, and what we're going to do today is I'm going to try to tackle the governor. So the governor is basically something that's going to limit the revolutions per minute, the revs of the engine. And so we're going to basically look at the 2-to-1 reduction, this unit here. We're going to remove that so that we can get to the inside of the engine case here. And this unit here is the top of the, I don't know what you call it, governor arm maybe, governor rod, but we're gonna deal with that, but from the inside of the engine. So yeah, just stay tuned here, and yeah, we're gonna get after it right now. So here we go. So if you guys recall, last time I took all the oil out of the engine, so there shouldn't be anything in here. So more or less what I'm up against is just having to remove these bolts here, and you'll notice some are missing, and whoever owned this go-kart before me had stripped the holes for these bolts, so we'll re-thread those eventually. But for now, we're going to remove the bolts, and it might be this size. I don't actually know what size it is, so nope, must be Imperial. What are we dealing with here? 10 mil. It's 10 mil. Some I think are stripped and they were just sort of put back in here and considered good, and that's the reason some of the oil's leaking out despite having a half decent gasket here. So we'll take care of that. There is the main pressure plate, and so yeah, I could explain clutches, but you guys can go ahead and look that up on the internet. This is the main pressure plate, and within it you have your different clutch discs, and I'm going to try to get this off. Okay, so as you can see here, some of the plates that are being replaced. And this, I don't think these are in particularly bad shape. I have taken it off and tried to clean them up before. So anyways, I'm just going to leave those off the side. So that's the main clutch assembly there. Alright guys, so at this point, there's a few things we could do. I could go ahead and put the new clutch assembly in. Another few things we can do, we can continue removing the clutch assembly. And at that point, once that's been removed, I'll have access to bolts which actually bolt the 2-to-1 reduction to the engine block. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to leave this open because I am replacing the clutch plates. So I'm going to leave it open like this, and I'm going to remove the outside bolts here, which will essentially separate the 2-to-1 reduction and this half of the engine from the other half of the engine. leave that over there for now. Okay. So as you can see, we're looking inside the engine now. A little bit of residual oil floating around, but yeah. So what we're looking at here, we're looking way down in here, and if I turn that rod, that is the actual governor, and this this plastic piece in here is what has to come out in addition to this this metal rod here. So what's going to happen here is I am going to get down in there, likely with some pliers, and there should be some sort of a spring mechanism that's holding that in place. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to turn the engine so that I can get better access to it, and I'm going to try to reach down in there and pull that plastic sprocket directly out towards me. Before I do so, I'm taking off the retaining clip that's used to hold the governor piece here. I don't know what you actually call that. Someone can chime in the comments, but I just turned that off to the side. So now I'm going to see how about I'm going to get this out of here. So I'm going to take the pieces out. That should be stationary. This should lift off of it. Well, through the joys of movie magic here, after about a half hour fiddling around, I finally got this off. What you're going to notice trying to take this off, there is a very small ring, and who knows, it flew off so quick, who knows where it went, but there's a very small ring that locks around that metal shaft down there that holds this on. What I did was I put pressure upwards using pliers with my right hand, and then with my left hand I used a screwdriver, put it in the notch in the ring, so it's a ring with a gap in it, put this down into that gap and twisted it, and at the same time pulled up with my right hand, and that's how I got that off. Anyways, that was a nightmare, so hopefully that's going to be the hardest part here. Except I'm hoping I don't have to cut this. So I still have to get this rod out, and unless I can get it to fit through amongst all the internal parts, I'm probably going to end up just cutting it. Rotated the engine to try to jam her into place a little bit. Looks like it worked okay. Let's see if we can fish this through. Just gonna help it a little bit. I don't know what I got here. I don't really have a punch or anything handy. Screwdriver will probably work. Okay, that's all she wrote. Let's get that out of there. This will get a thorough cleaning before I go ahead and reinstall anything. The gasket here, so this will get replaced. Okay. Anyways, when we're talking about the governor on this GX160, that is essentially it, along with this particular piece of metal, whatever you want to call it. I cut it off. There is now a hole in the top of the engine. So when I reassemble this, there's this hole. What I'm going to do is I'm going to thread a hole, I'm going to thread that hole, and then I'm going to get a bolt that will fit it to seal it up. The engine is no longer governed, and so that means it can go from approximately 3,500 RPM, give or take, up to possibly 5,500 RPM. So that's going to let it free rev a little bit more, and yeah, we'll see how it ends up. But for the most part, if you're going to tackle this, all I'd suggest is have a basic mechanical knowledge. You know, don't tackle this as maybe your first introduction to wrenches, but it's definitely not something too complex that most people couldn't do. So if you're going to tackle this, you know, take your time and pay special attention to some of the posts that are out there on the internet, and I'm sure anyone can have some success with this. So hopefully, well, greasy fingers here, so hopefully that helped, guys. Next time when you come back, what you'll see is I'm going to reassemble the engine and button everything up, put a new gasket on here, replace the clutches so that we've got a fresh set, and then I'll probably start diving into some of the other goodies that I got, like the carburetor jets, the new exhaust system, and the new air cleaner. So come on back next time. We'll be back dealing with our go-kart here, trying to spice things up a little bit. I know winter's still a long ways away, but at least we can tinker on some toys here and start looking at the upside of winter. So we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. And just before I forget, if you guys don't mind clicking on the logo Sawing with Sandy on whatever side it's on, and making sure to hit the bell so that you get notifications as more videos come out, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thanks again.